Breaking out of Iowa, where a school shooting left several hurt and a teenager dead.
Let's go to the press conference happening now.
FBI and multiple healthcare providers. I had the opportunity a few moments ago to speak with some of the officers involved. And in a situation like this, as we all know, every minute counts. And their heroic actions today, we can say, saved lives. The response was tremendous, and we're extremely grateful. The full resources of the state government will be available to assist in the response and, of course, the community's recovery from this tragic event. The mental health region has social workers that are embedded in the school district and will provide counseling services for the students, the families, and the staff. As you all know, this is an ongoing investigation, so law enforcement will brief you only on what they can at this time, and they will provide additional information as it becomes available. And so with that, I'd like to turn it over to the Chief.
Thank you. I'm Chief Eric Vaughn from the Perry Police Department. I want to thank the quick actions of the Dallas County dispatchers who handled and dispatched the calls regarding this tragic event this morning. I also want to recognize the initial officers from the Perry and Dallas County Sheriff's Office and their actions on scene. Thank you to the massive response from agencies throughout the area, including EMS, for their assistance today. It is truly amazing to see first responders work together in these crisis situations. And I cannot forget to recognize the teachers, faculty, and students involved who acted bravely and heroically in this tragic situation. Thank you to the community support we have seen and we will continue to need in the future. All of our condolences to the victims and their families. They need your thoughts and prayers, as well as time and space to process and to grieve. This community has been through tough times before and have rallied together. I'm sure this time will be no different. Thank you. I introduce Mitch Mortvedt from DCI.
Thank you, Chief. My name's Mitch Mortvedt. I'm an assistant director with the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation. At 7:37 a.m., on January 4th, 2024, the Perry Police Department responded to an active shooter event at Perry High School. Meanwhile, Dallas County Communications was also receiving multiple 911 calls of an active shooter at the high school. Perry police officers responded within minutes. They immediately made entry and witnessed students and faculty either sheltering in place or running from the school. Once inside, they located multiple individuals with gunshot wounds. Officers immediately attempted to locate the source of the threat and quickly found what appeared to be the shooter with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. As additional officers responded, a systematic search of the school took place. Officers located during the search of the school an improvised explosive device. The State Fire Marshal and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms rendered the device safe. Numerous officers from multiple agencies were able to secure the school and verify no additional threats. At the same time, first responders were rendering aid to the victims, who were later transported to area hospitals. The shooter has been identified as 17-year-old Dylan Butler, a student at Perry High School. Butler was armed with a pump-action shotgun and a small caliber handgun. Butler also made a number of social media posts in and around the time of the shooting. Law enforcement is working to secure those pieces of evidence. All evidence thus far suggests that Butler acted alone. There are 6 victims, one of them who is deceased. That individual was a 6th grade student at Perry Middle School. The other 5 are being treated at area hospitals. 4 of the surviving surviving victims are students, and the 5th is a school administrator. The law enforcement response was swift and immediate. Roughly 150 officers from local, state, and federal agencies responded within the hour. The investigation in today's tragedy is ongoing. The Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation is serving as the lead investigative agency with assistance from the Perry Police Department, the Dallas County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, the ATF, and the Dallas County Attorney's Office. At this time, we will take a few questions.
Mitch, Philip Jones from the Register. I was told by the father of a student who was shot that his son witnessed Principal Dan Marburger be shot. Is he the administrator, and what is his condition?
The investigation's ongoing, and we're not releasing any other names other than Dylan Butler's name at this time.
Can you give us any indication as to motive for this? I know this is ongoing. But...
Anything into the background of him is part of the investigation, and we're obviously going to take a deep dive into that, but there's nothing that we can release at this time.
Can you give us the status of the other 5 who were in the hospital? Are they stable? Are they critical?
At this time, it's my understanding as of about an hour ago, 1 was in critical condition but appeared not to be life-threatening, and the other 4 are stable.
Is any racial motivation in this shooting, and are there any Latino victims?
As far as the ethnicity of the victims, I'm not sure, and there's nothing to indicate at this time that it had anything to do with race. As far as motive, again, that's part of the background investigation, and that's something that we're continuing to look into.
Sir, excuse me, there's a video online. Is there any...
So we just got an update from the chief and law enforcement officers on the shooting that happened at Perry High School in Perry, Iowa this morning. Sadly, they have confirmed there have been 6 victims, 5 students, 1 school administrator. One of those victims has died, and we're told that victim is a 6th grade student, a middle school student who was killed this morning. The shooter has been identified as 17-year-old Dylan Butler, a student at Perry High School. And they said that he had some social media posts during or around the time the shooting happened. They said he had a pump-action shotgun and small caliber handgun. He died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Those other victims are being treated at this time, but certainly a real tragedy for that community. Just to give you some more background information, today was the first day of classes following holiday break. Classes were canceled for the rest of the day, and the students who were at the school when this happened were reunited with their parents, who say this is not something they thought they would ever see happen in their town of just 8,000 people.
Actually, it was a text message this morning from my daughter, and it was absolutely horrifying. Like, that's one of the worst moments of my entire life, but the best phone call I got was saying that they were okay. I'm glad that they're okay.
And we will continue to follow this breaking news. But again, 6 victims, 5 students, 1 deceased, and 1 school administrator. The shooter has been identified as a 17-year-old student who died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. We will stay on this and bring you more updates throughout our newscast as soon as we get them.